Want to improve your flow? We've got the attachment for you.
Stick around so we can tell you about our concrete pouring bucket.
This is our brand new concrete pouring bucket to fit 5 to 19 excavators. This works very well with any pourable aggregate like pea shingle, sand or gravel, and obviously concrete as the name suggests. So the weight of this bucket is 258 kilograms and the capacity is 350 litres or 0.35 cubic metres. So if you have a machine in the lower end of these ranges, for example a 5 to 6 ton machine, you may find the combined weight of the bucket with the material it's carrying may exceed the machine's lifting capabilities before it's at full reach. We would highly recommend this is down to driver discretion to communicate with the concrete truck operator so that this bucket isn't overfilled for your machine. This bucket comes with a multi-pin pickup to suit the widest possible range of machines. It comes with 45, 50 and 60mm pins, and it has an extra 45mm pin and pinhole to suit most 5-ton excavators with quick hitches fitted. The 45mm pin configuration on this bucket will fit most 3CX hydraulic quick hitches. This bucket has a lot of the same features as our 12 to 25-ton concrete pouring bucket, such as the rounded chute to give you greater accuracy when pouring and help reduce weight. It also has this adjustable gate which has 3 settings to help you have maximum control when pouring concrete or other materials.
As with all attachments, there are best use cases as well as some negatives, which I'll run over now. The best use case for this bucket is when pouring foundations for houses or new development sites, or pouring shingles or aggregates into trenches, for example a drainage trench. This bucket really comes into its own when the site is boggy or the terrain is not ideal for a concrete pouring truck to back right up to where you need the concrete. So you are using an excavator to run over the rough and boggy terrain. The alternative to this bucket would be a concrete pump. However, these are usually on a long lead time, much more expensive, and the cleaning and maintenance is much more challenging. Whereas with this bucket, you have a one-off payment for the attachment and then it arrives on site with your excavators and the rest of its buckets. The final advantage of this product is the accuracy. You can control the accuracy and the pouring much easier with a skilled operator on the excavator pouring the concrete exactly where you want it. Being on site and actually speaking to operators, one of the biggest issues with the concrete pump is when you ask the operator to stop pumping, there is usually a delay, which means this can often lead to overflowing concrete pads. Now onto the negatives of this attachment. Of course, while your excavator is being used to pour concrete with this attachment, it means it is not digging. However, most of the time, once the foundations have actually been dug for the house, the excavator can be sat idle anyway, which means attaching this bucket to the excavator just reduces that downtime where your operator and your excavator is sat around but still on hire and still paying the wages. Another negative of this attachment is it can be a much slower process to pour a large concrete pad due to the limited capacity of the bucket. With any attachment, this bucket will need maintenance, which means your excavator will have to track across site to a water point where the bucket can be rinsed out to keep it in tip-top condition.
So how do you use this bucket? The first step would be to make sure the bucket is set up for the job in hand and your excavator. So you'd need to make sure you have the correct pin setup for your machine and the gate adjusted for the flow you require. We recommend reverse mounting this bucket for easy filling and easy pouring. You would then position the bucket underneath the chute of the concrete truck, tipped back to avoid any spillages. Then you would track to the position on site where you need to pour and repeat this process until the job is done. And don't forget to clean out your bucket so that your bucket is kept in top condition and ready for its next job.
If you found this video helpful and you want to know more about our concrete pouring buckets or our pallet forks, click on our channel link here and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another one from Rhinox.
So how do you use this bucket? I'm glad you asked. Dinky deckers aren't my thing. Don't laugh.